Okay Beep, the rules are simple. The person who creates the best piece of art is allowed to delete a piece of saved data from the other's PlayStation account. Be prepared to say goodbye to your house in Whiterun, Beep. Coolpaintr review for the PlayStation VR. Let's begin! As Coolpaintr is really a tool rather than a game, I will be combining the gameplay and immersion segments of a review into one. Just like a graphics app on the PC, it does take a little getting used to, especially when navigating your way around the menus. Instead of painting on a flat surface, you paint in a 3D workspace. Each brush stroke has depth to it, and you can increase the size of your stroke at any time by putting pressure on the T button. The first thing you will notice when painting is that the controls are incredibly fluid, and you can be very precise with your strokes. You can choose from 3 different brush types. These are plain, outline, and liquid. If you want to paint something that looks 2D, as if it was on a flat surface, it can be a bit of trial and error. As you are working in a 3D workspace, paint can and will often overlap each other. Luckily, the undo and redo feature is instant, which lightens the hassle slightly, and the undos are unlimited. You select what colour you want to paint with from a gradient box. This allows you to get lighter or darker colours more easily, which allows you to apply shade where necessary. There is also a dropper tool that allows you to reselect a colour that you have already used. To prevent your art from blending in with the background, you can change the background's colour. You can also change the paint material from one of 3 types: diffuse, specular, and self-illuminated. The specular option gives a slight shine to each stroke, which is easily visible thanks to how crisp and sharp the image is through the headset. You can select from quite a few different 3D shapes. This makes the process of modelling in 3D slightly easier, as you can quickly make a foundation and add detail over top. You can also paint tubes. This also helps making 3D models a lot easier. Another great tool for 3D modelling is the organic tool. This fills the middle part of a shape you make and adds a kind of bone structure that you can manipulate to get the exact shape you want. There is also an organic flat tool. This fills the middle of your shape as well, but doesn't add any depth to it. This is the perfect tool for creating the foundation of a 2D piece of art. A particle effect tool also makes an appearance. You can use it to spawn fog or clusters of shapes. This is a great tool for adding some quick detail. Surprisingly, Coolpaintr also comes with a tool to add effects into a scene. These include sparkles, fire, snow, and dust. You can even select which colour you want them to be. If you would prefer to paint with the help of an image instead of your memory, you can do just that. Coolpaintr allows you to import images from a USB stick, so if you're not very good at drawing, you could potentially use this tool to help you. You can also play your own music from a USB stick, which is great considering there is no background music. It also allows you to export what you have created to a USB. The files can then be opened up on a PC using apps such as Blender. Now let's take a look at the setup and what controllers the game supports. This game can be played in both a seated position and a standing. Although everything that you decide to create while standing can be created while seated, it would take slightly more time to do so, especially if you're painting something to be in full 3D, as you would need to constantly be moving the model around manually. Standing allows you to move yourself around the model and allows for more flexible arm movement. The head tracking was perfect and the game did not make me motion sick. This game can be played with a DualShock controller or one Move controller. The other controllers are not supported. You probably already guessed, but the Move controller is by far the better way to play. Playing with the DualShock is possible, but as the paint emits from the middle of the controller, it feels a bit strange. Now let's take a look at the length of the game and what trophies come with it. Obviously Coolpaintr is intended to be played over and over again. You really are only limited by your own imagination, and surprisingly, the game does come with quite a big trophy list, and it does include a platinum. In total there are 30 trophies that can be achieved. There is 17 bronze, 5 silver, 7 gold, and 1 platinum. A few of them are rewarded for simply using one of the tools, but some are rewarded for using the tools excessively, such as creating a lot of pyramids. Some of the trophies will unlock naturally whilst playing, but if you want the platinum, you will most likely need to glance at the list from time to time. But other than that, this is a very easy platinum up for grabs. And now it's time for the verdict. This is by far the PSVR's best tool for letting your creativity go wild, and is another example of just how precise the PlayStation Move controllers can be. There is certainly room for improvement, such as a tool that allows you to copy and paste something. When I was growing up, I used to draw a lot, but as time went on, I really lost a bit of interest in it. Coolpaintr certainly brought back memories of how much I love creating art, and it does give you the tools to fully express yourself. If you spend a decent amount of time on one creation, you really can create some amazing pieces, like this ship that the developers made. If you like being creative or want a reason to be, then Coolpaintr really should be on your to-do list. Well Beep, I've obviously won. Even giving your picture to a charity shop would be an insult. Stop hitting me all the time! If you create something in Coolpaintr and want people to see your masterpiece, send the image to me along with how you want to be credited, and I will post it on the Coolpaintr page on the PSVR News website. As always, please like this review if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more PlayStation VR content.